Hello, this is Chad with Syncfusion. And here's a customer had a question about our accordion. So let's take a look at it. Here's the actual question. Customer wants to know how to open and close the items in code in a functional component for React. It's a fairly straightforward question. So let's take a look at the answer, shall we? Here's a sample that we used, and let's walk down the sample for a minute. Well, look, here are the events. We're going to come back and talk about these in just a bit. But let's look at the sample. So we have a accordion header 1, 2, and 3, and then accordion content 1, 2, and 3. And these contents are just a little div with some text in them. So we come down a little bit more into the actual component. We have a couple of buttons, and then we have the actual accordion all down here. So the accordion is set up. First, it's set up to be expand mode as single, and that's will be important later. But the accordion items, each item has a header and a content. So you can see that's over here on the right. Now, let's get into how to collapse and everything. We'll go through our button components. Let's go to the events for those. Expand item is the actual API that we're talking about. And here's the API link. Expand item is here, and there's two properties, one required and one optional. And if you don't include the optional property, then it's going to close everything. It's going to expand, in this case, everything that's opened. If you let this be false, then it'll close everything that's open. So let's go see how that works. So here we have expand and expand item true, expand item false. So close this. Expand item true will be item 0, and it works. Collapse will be all of them. Collapse has no items, so it's all of them. And it's kind of hard to tell because we only open one item at a time. So let's come down here and let's select multiple items. So let's go ahead and expand all of them. And you can see that collapse closes them all. Now if I change my event, here we go, and get rid of this, now expand is going to expand all of them, and collapse will collapse all of them. Now one thing I want to show real quick. If you notice, when the control loads, item 1 always comes up. That's because we have true in here. Now we can put this on any of them, or all of them. But what happens when it loads? Well, we have multiple, so they're all going to load. Let's collapse them. If we change this back to single, then what it's going to do is it's going to read through, the accordion is going to read through each item, and since only one is allowed open, only the last one is going to stay open, or is going to actually be open. The rest of them will never be opened because it's reading them too fast. So that was it. That was a quick answer to the question. Thank you for watching.